It's Saturday once again, and we're in the same place that we were Saturday before last, in on the woods trail. And guys, you're probably, if you've seen the last couple of videos, you're probably going to think I'm in a different place here, but man, what a difference. Spring has sprung, no doubt. 2nd of March. Unreal. So 2 Saturdays ago, we were, I don't know if you can see the sled down there. Take you around the loop here now. But we were planning on coming up this little embankment here and putting another road in. You know, because the promise of March, well, there's no promises in March really, not these days. But March is usually good at home, right? So we worked so hard to put the road in, and burned tank gas probably all, including it all, going around across the bog and into brooks. And I had 2 days in there with the shovel filling all the holes, so it was great at road. And yeah, the bottom literally come right out of it. Right out of her, buddy said. So we're in getting our last load, so this might be one of the last videos for this little segment. I'll take you around now, show you what we got on to go over there. But I wanted to do a little video showing you where the new trail was going to be, and all the nice wood in there. So we're going to do a little loop and see if I can find my blazes in there now from 2 years ago. I pre-marked the trail. And over there, like that's top-notch gravy, you know what I mean? Nice spruce, no limbs on it, hardly right to the top. Few. But in here now, you got a little bit of the stunted. And by the way, this was never ever cut, so you got stunted spruce, limby spruce, and it's about not so high, right? You're probably looking at about 35 feet, maybe each stick. I just walked in there so far. But we're gonna break the trail now and go in and just see if it would be possible and how hard to get in here. The thing is about this wood in here, guys, it's nice. It is shorter and it is more work. Lots of limbs. But man, you got every second one is dry, and it's about 5-6 inches in diameter, probably a little less, probably 5. So it'll take you longer to get it slid over the wood, but when you come to every second one and it's dry, like look, you got a nice premix of wood. When you get home, you can burn it right out of the sled, right in the wood box. So we got lots of seasoned wood, and that's not no trouble. But when it's all out in the garden, snowed in and packed in the garage and shed in the back, and you got to move everything, and you can just pull up to the window with this and throw it right in the basement, right? Especially for this time of year, because the stove is not really going full blast, so you're not drying it like you would try to keep the house warm. And all them leaning ones, though, that's all dry. So this is where I stopped here. So we're going to see now if there's a clear path. See, it wouldn't take too much work to get down through that. And what you would do, there's a blaze there on the tree. What you would do is you just, you know, first knock the first few down might get hung up a bit, but pack it up on side the trail. Once you get your nice trailing around, then you're going both sides, opening her up. Excuse the wind, guys, it's a little bit windier during the day, obviously. And I'm going to be up and down here like a one across and down. So there goes another blaze there. So I marked the trail a couple of years ago. So let's see if it's worth putting the trail in here. I think when you see all that old man's beard hanging off that, man, that's the prime stuff. The prime of the prime. And there's a lot of regeneration in here too, lots of smaller stuff. A lot of people thinks that if you're in the canopy, you don't get no regeneration, but man, I tell you, there's about 30 little trees ready to max that little bit right there, 4x4 square. So that's a good sign. So I think we came down, yeah, there's another blaze. So we came down this way, and if you see my glove, see that's nice and stick though. That's about 7 inches there, and all these are the same. You just get a log of them. If you were, you know, if you need a bit of 2x4 or something, each board. We had a couple of days of real cold weather, and before that we had 2 days of wind, and +8 and +9. We lost 2 feet of snow, easy. But of course now it's going to hang out in the woods for at least probably a month or so, and then you got a frost coming out, a little bit of frost we had, another blaze, so we got to come down this way. I'm going to have a little peek out there. See the bog down there, look. They're all nice wood, but it's limmy, but what's the alternative? Cutting green birch? No, I don't think. It's alright. But the stove that I got, this there's no ash pan in it, so you, after 4 or 5 junks of birch, then you gotta dump the ash pan. Okay, here's another blaze. And another blaze down here. So that's what, okay, here we are. Yep. So that was a little loop, see? You know, you can always continue on out there. But that would be a little loop to get your 30 loads, sled loads, no problem. Then we comes on, oh boy, a lot of snow in here. No snowshoes on today, feels naked. Old pine stump, look. That's the ones that you get in the woods. Get your axe, chip off a few pieces of that and get the fire going. The real stuff. So you'll see now where I'm going to pop out to. Man, a lot of snow on here, yeah. So yeah, just a little loop up around that bank there, right? Now there's plenty of wood here where I'm cutting. It's just nice to be a little bit proactive and put a road in, usually 2 roads a year, but then next year you can pretty much come in and start right at it rather than stomping, right? I usually wax in here in the fall and burns tank of gas, you know, with old chain on, and stumps, takes a few stumps out. There's a couple of rabbits. Little rabbit sign. They're all over the place, but we're getting over their little smart, cute stage, we call it, in January month. It's hard to get a rabbit because they'll come right up to the snare, look at the snare, and their 2 feet will be right under the slip, so you notice their head is in there. And they'll back right out. But I haven't tailed a snare now. I don't know if I tailed a snare last year. 2 years. There's not enough rabbits, but I get at least getting a few for the locals, right? But we does all of our shooting and with cameras now. I had a buddy down in the cabin 10 years. You don't give rabbits enough credits. I guarantee you, people were down there telling slips all around the road. He used to go away in the winter, come back every May 24th weekend, around that time. 10 years. Bun. We had him in the cabin once. He's feeding him bread. Okay, so we're back out on the main drag. Uncle was cutting down that way, down there on that bar. A lot of dry down there, big stuff. But some was quirky, right? You can't split it. So the goal today was we got our 30 loads. Usually gets 40, but we got 30. And just at the nick of time, day before yesterday, got it all hauled out and brought home, packed up. There's a little nook out in the back of the shed, and he takes 35 loads. So I had a bit in there, and he's chinched. Oh, here's the J's. Oh, forgot 3 pieces. Yeah, so we got our 30 loads. So I had a bit of big stuff in there now, all out from the cabin. So I came in here and got them 2 or 3. A lot of cutting there yet, but it's a bit smaller. But you know, beggars can't be choosers this day and age. Man, it's a good idea, I tell you, when you're in the woods to take this, you know, extra couple seconds and kick down around the stump. Kick the snow down around the stump. And get to the other 6 inches, because if not, you're left like 2 feet of snow gone. You're left with stumps coming up at the ground. So 3 of them, you know. Believe it or not, them guys are soon going to be nesting. They're one of the earliest Grey Jay and owl, one of the earliest birds to breed. Somewhere around the middle, end of March, April. They're young ones. You'll notice probably if you're down in your cabin, people got them down there. You'll see the young jays on your bridge probably in June. You know, I mean, they're just as big as the old ones, just that they haven't got their colors yet. So yeah, a little loop. We got our last little bit of wood there, packed in. Bring down to camp. I gotta get my tarp now, take my garbage out. And today, I don't know if you've seen the last couple videos last year, but we're using the Black Spruce Express today. Cut your time in half. I usually use the VK, but the enticer's doing the job. It's only half load, but yeah, we got the old bed liner put on our deck. That comes off, and you can use it as a lot of times if a snowmobile breaks down or something, you can go in the woods, take that one, strap your snowmobile on. You know, if he busts a belt or he has a bit of ignition trouble or anything. So that's a real little gem. Don't look the best. You know, you're not gonna get a date or anything, but so then we went and bolted the hitch on the rear. And that's actually a plate off a VK, older VK suspension bracket. Bolts on perfect. Hitch on the bottom. Way to go. So we got a bit of big stuff for the cabin. I think we got a squirrel in our box. Yeah, we did. You get in there, buddy, you're going down the cabin. Just give him a load of bread. So yeah, we had all intention of, I know in the previous videos we were saying we're coming in having the fire, cook up. I got some loose sausages. I think a good idea. If you got some loose sausages or any kind of sausages kicking around in your freezer, tow them out, cut them up in little pieces, little chunks. Mix them with a bit of onion, barbecue sauce, pork, salt and pepper, and a little bit of turnip. And lay them in on tin foil and wrap them up. And man, you can throw that right in on the coals. And I tell you, that's some good way you unwrap it, buddy. You got no mess, you got no frying pans. And the next best thing is a little cooking stove. Get a bit of fine birch rind or even a bit of sawdust. Pack in the grooves to get this going. You can fry eggs, bacon, anything on that. That lasts a long time. Just put your frying pan right on top. And the more you cut it down, the longer it lasts. This is a nice dry one. So we get everything all geared up here. And of course it's too windy now for a fire, so and that's all we can do, because that's the last trip in here. Nice little pile of boughs here too, boy. All led the way. I could take them from over there, burn them up. But like another hour or so, we get clean up this stuff. So we'll see if I do get another. If the wind drops out, we'll get another video. If not, we'll be heading back to the cabin, and I'll give you a shot of the lake. And you'll swear it's June month down there. Not a bit of snow. The brooks are wild. So maybe that's a good shot with a bit of ice in the brooks and stuff. For video 2. Flew off our woods trail, wood cutting extravaganza. Anyways guys, sorry for the long video, but we got a lot to do. Thanks for watching. Over and out.